Hey everyone, welcome back to Art City. My name's Alicia and today I'll be showing you two different ways that you can create your very own personalized notebooks as well as add a lock to them. And I'll be giving you some ideas on how you can decorate your new notebooks. So without further ado, let's get started. First up, we have a mini notebook made simply by folding a single sheet of paper. The supplies you need for this craft include a sheet of paper, a scrap piece of paper, a pencil, a ruler, and a pair of scissors. If you do need help using scissors, I suggest asking a parent or an adult to help you out. The first thing we are going to do is take our sheet of paper and fold it to create 16 identical sections. We want to make sure we have nice, crisp creases, so make sure to push down hard on the edges. Now that we have 16 even sections, we're going to cut our paper, following along some of the lines we've just created. So we want to cut along these lines here, going up, going down, and going back up again. I am going to use a pencil to mark the lines that I want to cut, but if you are confident, you can definitely cut freely as well. Now that we have this structure, we are going to start folding our sections. We're going to start at the bottom left corner and follow along the sections in an accordion style fold. So, we'll fold up and down, then repeat. Once we reach the top, we're going to fold across, then go down the line of paper, still going in an up and down style. Then again, we're going to fold our paper across and go back up the line of paper. We'll go across a final time and then fold down until we reach the end. Once you're done folding, you have your first notebook with an accordion style fold. Now I'll be teaching you how to add a lock using a scrap piece of paper. First, we want to cut our scrap piece of paper to be at least twice the length of our notebook, plus some length. The width of the paper should be about 3 centimeters wide. I'm going to use my ruler to be more accurate, but you can do so without as well. Now, we want to take our strip of paper and fold it in half. Now, we open it back up again, then fold the top part down, and fold the bottom part up so that they meet in the middle. Don't worry if one side is wider than the other, as this will help make it easier to use the lock. Once we are finished with this strip of paper, we want to look back at our notebook. Taking our front cover, we'll use our pencil to mark 2 vertical lines about 3 centimeters long. And we'll repeat these steps on the back. Now, taking our scissors, we will follow the lines we just made to cut 4 slits in our front and back covers. This part can get a bit tricky, but you can always ask a parent or adult to help you out. Now, we want to weave our strip of paper through both the covers. Once we do that, we want to fit one end of our strip into the other to create our lock. If one end is a bit smaller, this will make the job easier. You can also fold one of the sides of the strip to create a pointed shape. And now, here we have our first notebook with a lock. Be sure to stay tuned to see how you can decorate this notebook, but before we do so, I'm going to show you how to create our second notebook. Here we have a larger notebook made with several pieces of scrap paper, held together neatly with a rubber band. The supplies you need for this craft include several pieces of scrap paper. Here I have a bunch of different kinds of paper. I have some plain white paper, some brown paper, and some scrap pieces of lined paper. Make sure that they are similar in size. A rubber band. I recommend using one that is thinner. A pencil, a ruler, and finally a pair of scissors. Firstly, we want to gather our scrap pieces of paper and cut them so that they are equal in size and shape. I'm going to go with 21 centimeters in length and 14 centimeters in width. Now I'm going to trim the edges so that they are clean. Now I want to make sure that all of my papers are equal in measurements. Now I am going to fold each paper in half, like so. Now that we have our papers, we want to place them atop one another in any order that you'd like. If we close our pages together, you can see that they have formed the structure of a book. Feel free to trim up the outer edge if you would like them to match. Now, we are going to cut the inner corners so that it looks like they have two empty squares. Once that is done, we can insert the rubber band. So, we want to find the middle of our notebook and secure the rubber band around the pages so that it fits neatly in the hollow part we just cut out. And now, simple as that, we have our second notebook. If you want, you can add a lock to this notebook, following the exact same directions as before. Now that we have two nice blank canvases, we can get to the fun part, which is decorating. So stay tuned to see how you can decorate your new notebooks. First, I want to start off with how you can decorate the outside of your notebook. The first idea is to write your name. This idea is quite simple, but you can get creative with it. Here I am writing my name with a marker, then going over it with a black pen. You can also use bubble letters, block letters, or write in cursive. There's really no right or wrong. Then I'll be adding a black border with my pen to finish up the look. This next idea is to draw a cute face on your notebook. This idea works well for the first notebook we made, but can also be applied to the second. Here I'll just be drawing two eyes on my lock and a smile between the two slits. this idea, we want to come up with a simple image and repeat it over and over again. I will draw a cat, but feel free to get creative with it. We want to start at the bottom of the page. To draw my flowers, I will be using markers. I am going to start out by creating some lines across my cover with a brown marker. Now I want to use a different color to create the flowers. You can use many different colors, or you can stick to one as I am. Now I'll be taking my black pen and just doing a messy outline on all of the stems and the flowers. Alright, so now that we've decorated our covers, we can get creative on the inside as well. The first idea is to stamp your pages. Here I am drawing a small heart shape using my black pen in the bottom corners of each of my pages. Feel free to be creative in the stamp you draw. You can put hearts, stars, or even write your own initials. The next idea is to number your pages. This is quite similar to the last idea, but can be useful as well. Here I am simply numbering my pages using my black pen. This idea to line your paper can be useful if you plan to use your notebook for writing, but have used blank paper to create your notebooks. Of course, your notebook can be filled with both writing and drawings, so you might not want to create lines on every single paper. I will be using a ruler and a blue pen to draw horizontal lines across my paper. Alright, so that's the last of our decor ideas, but you are encouraged to get creative and think of your own designs as well. Of course, you can also refer to other videos by Art City to get some inspiration on how to decorate your new notebooks. For all you young artists, I really encourage you to carry a notebook wherever you go. This way, you can take inspiration from the world around you and capture what you see. So, that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. Bye!